Robert D. Anderson and the Legacy of Cthulhu. This is quite an interesting game. It has been made with FPS Creator. I think at this point it's called Game Maker or Game Creator. That's a program that used to be quite popular about maybe 10 years ago. It's still around, but it used to be kind of the Unity engine of its time. Not that there's anything wrong with Unity. Unity is actually a great engine, very versatile, but it's also used for a lot of Steam games at this point whose production qualities are not that great. So this game here is 100% fan-made. That's what it says on the back, and it circles around an American of German descent who returns to Germany, specifically Bavaria, in 1940. So after World War II has started, but before Germany declared war on the United States. And he's going to have all kinds of wacky adventures in the castle of his ancestors. So this game here is, as it says, 100% fan-made. It has been made with FPS Creator, and it kind of shows, but it also has full motion video, and I love full motion video, especially if it's kind of cheesy, and video game full motion video kind of has a tendency to be quite cheesy here. So this game here, well, it isn't really the UK edition, it's just the English version of the game available in the UK. The game was made by an Austrian team, so a lot of the audio is in German in the cutscenes, but the general game audio during the levels and stuff is in English. There's also subtitles, so the subtitles are quite interesting. The game does have official subtitles, and while the English isn't bad, some of them are really inaccurate, which is kind of strange because a lot of the translations are actually solid, so I'm not quite sure why the translations are they sound more like someone just paraphrased the actual German script instead of accurately translating it into English. And one more thing, the game does have a letterboxed cutscenes, so I'm going to widescreen those. There will be no loss of the actual video, but the cutscenes are in the letterboxes, so I'm going to re-add those so you don't need to understand German to enjoy all those glorious FMVs, and I will leave the original subtitles in. So if you speak both German and English, don't wonder why there's a little bit of a discrepancy. That's intentional. I kept the original official translations. So let's have a look into the box. The box does contain the actual CD. So this was released in 2007. So I don't think it ever got a digital download, actually, now that I think about it. The game did used to have an official homepage. I'm going to leave a link to that in the description on the Internet Archive, because the actual homepage is down, and also going to leave a link to the official patch for this game. So this game it does have some technical issues, especially if you want to run it in high definition. It does run okay in 1080p, but in 1440p or higher resolutions, the frames drop like crazy. So, but then again, it was released in 2007. That wasn't exactly a time where gaming in 1440p was standard. I mean, that's not even the standard today, so I shouldn't really complain about that. Anyway, if you want to play this game yourself, definitely get the patch. It's going to be necessary. So let's have a quick look at the manual. The manual is not actually all that long, but you should probably read it nevertheless, because it gives you a little bit of a quick start guide here. It gives you all the controls, which are important because some of them are not quite as intuitive as one might think, and it's available in a bunch of languages. German, English, but also French, even Finnish. So if Finnish is your first language, or possibly the only language you speak, which is unlikely because pretty much every Finn I've ever met speaks English, you can enjoy this game nevertheless. So this game gives you all the choice of language in the manual. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say right now. With that said, let's actually dive into Robert D. Anderson and the Legacy of Cthulhu.